to introduce myself, Harlan, the Shelby County Fair Board President. Welcome to the 154th Shelby County Fair. It's always great to see you. In my mind, this is an opportunity, it's fellowship, it's bringing community, county, and everybody together, and it's a great day. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Lynn Brinker, and she's going to introduce our Queen candidates and the escorts.
Thank you very much. Our first one is the 2022 Queen, Mallory Mulligan, daughter of Andy and Tiffany. She's escorted by Joseph Bragg, son of Justine and Jake Holloway. Next, we have Jaden Frankie, daughter of Quentin Laurie, representing the Shelby Trailblazers 4-H Club, escorted by Grant Peterson, son of Andy and Mary. Next, we have Katie Anderson, daughter of Shane and Kara, representing the Elkhorn Explorers 4-H Club, escorted by Harrison Kiergaard, son of Brian and Paula.
Harry.
Next, we have Kaya Ruschenberg, daughter of Joe and Amy, representing the Center Comers 4-H Club, escorted by Joseph Bragg, son of Justine and Jake Holloway. Next is Delaney Goshorn, daughter of Adam and Katie, representing the Shelby Clover Kids, escorted by Micah Sorensen, son of Pete and Megan. Next is Lauren Wingert, daughter of Dan and Laura, representing the Northwest Leaders 4-H Club, escorted by Isaac Roberts, son of Tawny and Mark Kaufman. Next, we have Riley Obrecht, daughter of Chuck and Rianita, representing the Harlan FFA Club, escorted by Revan Brook from Tri-Centers FFA, son of Richard and Melanie. Next, we have Katie Schmitz, daughter of Jana and Jeff, representing the Jackson Jets 4-H Club, escorted by Levi Scheckinger, son of Chad and Amber Lee.
Good looking group, isn't it? All right, I'm going to say a few words here. We'll get through this pretty quick, but I want to introduce and do some introduction of my fair board. I can't say enough about them. I'm proud of them. If they're around here, they're supposed to be, but maybe they're not. They're busy. But I'm going to list them off here, and I want to thank them for everything they do. Sometimes people think fair is just 7 days. It really, truly isn't. This is a 6-7 month process to make this happen, and we couldn't thank them enough, and I can't thank you folks for being here tonight, and it means a lot. So, again, Darren Gosworth, Fair Board President, Kyle Manns is our Vice President, Lee Schoaf is Treasurer, Justin Ehrenholtz, Holly Christensen, Gabe Hansen, Nick Peterson, Chris Schwezo, Troy Ehrenholtz, Brian Anderson, Brad Knudsen, Ross Anderson, Laura Heimerman, Trent Heimerman, Darren Peters. Again, one more. I got one more pretty important one. It's our secretary, my wife, Kay Gosworth. Can't forget her. So she's kind of behind the scenes. She's extremely dedicated, organized, and to be honest, she's a big, big difference maker for us in what we've done here the last couple of years. So thanks to Kay. People have asked what the theme, what best days of summer, what's that mean? I grew up at this facility, and it's been a long time, and we've been here. But to me, this is families. All these families here tonight. To me, it can be the best days of the summer, especially for all these kids that bring their projects, the parents, the grandparents. I see you all sitting here. This is a great week, and to recognize and showcase these young kids as much as we can, and the talent. These ladies, it's great, and to me, that's what the best days of summer. We've lived it, we've been it, and I wouldn't change a thing. So, time for some thank yous. Grounds crew, and I hear this a lot from a lot of people, even from out of county, maybe even out of state, but I think we got a pretty darn good ground here that looks good. It's important, and we hear it. The kids that do it it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of grass here, but our green space is second to none. And I'm a big believer in first impressions, and I think it's important when we walk through those gates, it needs to look good. And I want to thank my son, Cale Gosshorn, Drew Block, Caden Brook, Jace Goobles, Hayden Soma, all the mowing and the trimming they do. There's a lot here, folks, and they got jobs and summer activities as well, but they make the commitment to do it. Big thank you to them. Yes, give them a round of applause. Dale Larson, I don't know if Dale's here. Big thanks to him. As you can see, drive around, love our green space, but we do have one problem, and we got to address it. It's our trees. We've been fortunate enough to get some trees donated to us. Dale Larson committed to watering those things daily for about 2 months. Can't thank him enough. He also painted some guardrails down by the horse arena. Just loves to do it, loves to volunteer and give back. And thanks to Dale. Patty Bogler with My Nest Greenhouse. She's donated all the flowers that are hanging baskets, everything on the ground. She's donated those. They are for sale, and all the proceeds will go to the fair board. So if you're interested in some plants around here, thank Patty for it, and we'd love to have you purchase them, and it's going to go to a great cause. Need to thank the Shelby County Supervisors, Steve Kenkel, Bryce Shaven, and Charlie Parkers for the commitment and the monies that we bring in on the county funding. We can't do what we do without those things. So thanks to the supervisors. And now, as well as the sanitation crew, the boys in the orange shirt, they're right here. Brayden Schechter, Nick Bloom, Stephen Linen, Cale Gosshorn, trash, bathrooms, tables, chairs, anything we ask them to do, and sometimes it's not very pleasant. So they're great at it, and I'll put a little plug in it. There's 2 of them boys that are pretty darn good at baseball too. We're really proud of them, and the support of everybody in this community and surrounding Harlan community. Good luck to them on Monday night. So a lot of fun last night. Night security, Kenny Holloway, thankless. Everybody else goes home. Kenny's running around here, walking, riding the golf cart, just checking the grounds, make sure everybody's what they need to be doing. Queen coordinator, Katie Munsky, sitting right here to my right. Does a fantastic job, and I've heard nothing but positive from the ladies up here. These queen candidates, and just making the whole experience a great thing for these girls. It's memories of a lifetime here at Wolfie, so it's a great process, and Katie does a good job with that. And I know I'm not mentioning everybody in the volunteers, but volunteerism as far as 4-H, FFA, everything fair board, everything we do, I can't thank you guys enough. And I know I would forget everybody if I had to, but just thank you for everything. Anybody that has anything to do with this fair, thank you, thank you, thank you. Superintendents, both 4-H and open class, extension, Jennifer Sellner and her staff, doing a great job. Corporate sponsors, and I know I harp on this every time I talk if you're around me, but we are truly humbled and proud of everything that those sponsors did for us this year. We took it to another level, unbelievable, humbled and extremely proud of that. And you see the banners, video, everything that's with that. My wife puts everything on social media. We try to blow these people up. And I'll be very honest, you do business with just about everybody that we do business with. Support it as much as you can. I mean, that's that important, because indirectly they're supporting your kids, grandkids, in any way or fashion. So I can't thank our sponsors enough. That's why there's a free gate. That's why the bull ride's free, concerts, just about everything down here doesn't have a cost other than the food stand. So I need a big round of hands for our sponsors. Some improvements we've made this past year. We did finish 14 new camper hookups with water as well. And they're just about full, which is awesome. Where we go from there, I'm not sure, but that's been a great improvement. We do have a new security system. If you're being watched, we need eyes down here because we're not down here all the time. If you look at the horse arena with the bull ride and the experience we had last year, we had a huge crowd. Purchased some new bleachers, more seating. That's a great addition. And then those that go to the racetrack, there was some monies put into that. Gary Hopp, Doug Botts, and his crew, along with the fair board, purchased a giant bleacher section to just keep improving that as well. So we're excited about those things, and we got a list that keeps going on. And I'll speak to that just a little bit. Some new projects. If you walk around here and you start seeing some banners, and there's going to be some video promotional stuff out here, but. As a fair board, we've kind of started a foundational vision of what we want to do, some goals that we down the road. And I'm not going to give a time frame here, but I think everything that we're mentioning, and you see on these QR codes, I encourage you to go do that. But we think things are very, very doable, and if we get our heads around it and move forward. But one of the first things you're going to see that we would like to do, and I'll just put it out there, we're going to blow it up on social media as well, but that commercial building, we'd like to have that done in 2 years. Brand new building. It's going to be a baby's barn, Ag Youth Learning Center, and we would love to have that thing ran year-round with a connection with Farm Bureau and the Ag in the Classroom, and bringing the classrooms from the schools, all of them throughout the county. And we think that's something that's very doable, and excited for it. But it'd be fully air-conditioned, restroom. We want to do it right, and I think we can do this in a couple of years. But I encourage you to go on up to the commercial building now. Look what's in there. Fantastic opportunity to maybe, if you had an opportunity to, if you're looking to spend some money in the right place and you got a heart for agriculture and kids, I think that's a great spot. So we're excited. It's just, and then part of our vision, it's going to be phased over 1 to 2, 3, 4 projects. And I encourage you to go to the QR code. It'll bring up the video. And then the video is also running in the Little Hands, Little Baby's Barn as well. So, encourage you to do that. We're excited and moving forward. It's just about bringing new stuff and new capital improvements. And we think we can do this. So, as far as new things at the fair this year, if you've been in that barn, the commercial building this year, there is a Little Baby's Barn. Take these young kids in there. That thing was jam-packed all day for the most part. And Baby's Barn, along with the ag presentations that are going on in there, but you got a baby goat, baby pigs, baby rabbits, chicks. Kids had a ball in there, so we're excited to bring that. And another exhibit that's new, and I encourage you to, it's in Floral Hall, and it's called Remembering the Fallen. And if you go in there, it kind of tugs at your heartstrings, really big. So it's basically, it's just, if you go in there, you'll see it's all the soldiers that we've lost from the state of Iowa in the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts. And we got a couple local ones here from Sergeant Finken and Sergeant Justice that are very, very local, and they're Shelby County people. But I encourage you to go in there and take some time, read about them soldiers that at the end of the day, they gave the ultimate sacrifice so we can be doing exactly what we're doing right here. So. Go in there, appreciate it if you did. Again, I'm about done, but the website, ShelbyCountyIowaFair.org. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Look us up, follow us, we appreciate it. A couple things on the events, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all the Little Hands on the Farm, Baby's Barn, Flying Debris Show. It's just west of here by the tractors. Obviously the carnival's going on the next 3 days as well. Friday's a big night for us, tomorrow night. We need the rain yet, but I hope it kind of holds off, quite honestly, for a day. So if you were here last year, we had the double extreme bull ride down here at the horse arena. Huge turnout, it was awesome. They're coming back. And there's a concert, we're gonna have the concert down there right across, just to the north of the horse arena. Casey Missingham, he's originally from Spencer, Iowa. He's down in Nashville now. He was on season 3 of The Voice. So look him up, a lot of fun, he's a great singer. And then obviously we'll have a free fireworks tomorrow night. And that whole evening's free. So bring family, it's a great night for families that show up. Hopefully the weather cooperates and it should be a great evening. And then Saturday morning, baby contest, apple pie morning are always popular. Pie muffin auction at noon, and then mutton busting at 4. And then tomorrow night, or Saturday night, excuse me, car races, big boys are in town. Auburn Bank's putting on the late model series. If you're into racing, that's a night to get there. It's gonna be awesome. So Sunday, church service by Fresh Encounters. They're doing it for us this year. Then we got the Market Beef Show, the Talent Show, and the Pedal Tractor Show on Sunday as well. And Monday we conclude everything with the livestock auction. So if you've ever been to a livestock auction, Belknap Livestock does it. But that is a great opportunity to come out and support these kids or grandkids. They put a lot of time in these projects, and we sure like to get them rewarded for it. So with that, I think I'm about done here with that portion of it. So we'll move on to the Shelby County Hall of Fame. We got 2 recipients here, and I'm going to switch gears with this. All right, first recipient. This Hall of Fame recipient was born in 1948 on the home place near Kirkman, Iowa, which in later years was considered Harlan after the 911 system went into effect. He attended school in Kirkman and Irwin. During his childhood, he helped do chores and played with the siblings. He was in 4-H and showed sheep and cattle and won several awards, champions and reserve champions. He also helped milk cows for a gentleman in the Harlan area. He has 3 sisters and 1 brother with 2 living siblings left. He eventually moved to the West Coast, where he worked in a restaurant from late 1994 to the fall of 1998. He also worked on a golf course and ski resort before moving back to the homestead in 2014. He's very well known for attending games in Harlan School District, including basketball, volleyball, and most baseball. And during the fair time, folks, you will most often see this person volunteering his time at almost all the livestock shows. He's retired and loves to bake and help neighbors as well as being here at the county fair. He is the father of 3 kids and has 7 grandkids and 4 great-grandkids. Please join me in welcoming Larry Whitson as one of our 2023 Shelby County Hall of Fame. Thank you, Larry. Much appreciated. Our next Hall of Fame recipients were both born and raised in Shelby County. While they had known each other, this couple was introduced in 1986 through a best friend and a good friend she had met through 4-H. They began dating, and after graduating from college, they married. They eventually made their home just southeast of Harlan on a small farm. He was born and raised on a farm outside of Harlan. His family operated a row crop and livestock farm. He was actively involved in the Centercomers 4-H Club and the Harlan FFA chapter as a child and teen. At the fair, he participated in the swine show, He graduated from Harlan Community High School in 1985 and attended Northwest Missouri State University. He received his bachelor's degree in ag business in 1989. Growing up, he helped his parents on the farm and has many stories that he has shared with his children to show them just how good they have it. He and his father farmed together until he eventually took over the farming operation after his dad's retirement. He's currently employed at Remington Seeds in Harlan as a soybean plant manager, where he has been for the last 24 years. She was born and raised on a farm outside of Walnut. Her family has also operated a row crop and livestock farm. Being one of 2 girls, she loved to help her dad and grandpa on the family farm. She still enjoys helping her husband on the farm when the kids aren't home to help. She was actively involved in the Monroe Merrymakers 4-H Club, and as a child and a teen, she was a member of the Shelby County Council, serving as president. At the fair, she participated in cattle shows and various static exhibits. She graduated from Walnut Community High School in 1987 and attended Northwest Missouri State as well. She received her bachelor's degree in human environmental sciences with emphasis in foods and nutrition in 1991. She's currently employed as a dietitian at Municipal Memorial in Harlan, where she has been for the last 32 years. The husband and wife have been volunteered many hours for the Shelby County Fair. He served on the fair board for many years. He served as vice president and eventually the president for several of those that he served. She served on the Shelby County Extension Council for 8 years. She also served as council chair for 6 of those. They coordinated the kids' games for 4 years at the fair. She's the former Queen Contest coordinator, where she did this for 20 years. The last 2 years, her daughter assisted her while in college, and although they were both no longer have official roles in the fair, the kids have graduated. You'll still often see them at the fairgrounds during fair time. They both still enjoy watching the events and that they have children to part in the fair. They have been actively involved in their church and have volunteered in many other events in our community. Together, they enjoy spending time with their family and friends. They have especially enjoyed settling in the role of grandparents. They enjoy going to Iowa State football games, and they can often be seen cruising around in their Jeep. They have 2 children, Nick and Haley, who were both actively involved in 4-H and FFA at the Shelby County Fairs where they grew up. Both of the kids have been helpful at the fair, Nick having worked for the sanitation crew and Haley tagging along to help her parents however she could. Nick is engaged to Becky, and they will be married in December of this year. Haley married Garrett last year. They have a 4-year-old, Brantley, and are expecting another baby due next month. Would you please join me in welcoming Bob and Julie Klein as the 2023 Shelby County Fair Hall of Fame. Bob and Julie could not make it this evening. They had something come up, but Nick and Haley are here, and we're great to have them. After the Queens and everybody's was selected here, I would ask for the papers and everybody to stick around for pictures, so just don't run off here. We got some pictures to take care of. So with that, good luck, candidates. I'm going to turn it over. We have a couple Iowa 4-H Hall of Famers here, so we'll turn it over to the extension. They want to do it, and happy to do it. Again, thank you. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. We put a lot of time in, and appreciate it very much. Here we go.
I'm Jennifer Sellner. I'm the County Youth Counselor, I am the County Youth Coordinator here in Shelby County. And tonight I'm going to recognize our 2022 4-H Hall of Fame winner. They were recognized at the Iowa State Fair last August, but we want to recognize them here in Shelby County. Cindy Hansen is a lifelong Shelby County resident. Growing up, Cindy was a very active member of the Douglas Dixie's 4-H Club and Boots and Saddles 4-H Club, exhibiting clothing, food, and nutrition projects, as well as being active in showing her many 4-H horse projects, which was a family tradition. With her horse projects, she won many awards, not only at the county level, but also at the Iowa State Fair and Exarban. In 1968, Cindy was crowned the Shelby County Fair Queen. After high school, Cindy attended Commercial Extension School of Business and worked in Omaha. In 1971, she returned to Shelby County and married Carl Hansen. Cindy and Carl have 4 grown children who were involved in Shelby County 4-H with the Douglas Dixies, Douglas Wise Owls, and later combining with the Douglas Do-Rights and Boots and Saddles 4-H clubs. Cindy spent many years as club leader for the Douglas Clubs and Boots and Saddles Club, where she led project meetings, passing on her horse riding and other skills to the next generation. She organized horse shows as well as helped with all the other cattle, hogs, sheep, goats, rabbits, and other projects for the kids. Cindy's involvement in Shelby County 4-H and the county fair has truly been a lifelong family affair. Her husband Carl was a longtime Shelby County 4-H member and served many years on the Shelby County Fair Board with Cindy's help in many volunteer capacities. Cindy also stays busy through the summer supporting her 10 grandchildren who are also active 4-H members in their counties with various static and livestock projects including horses, cattle, hogs, and their many other school activities. Congratulations, Cindy Hansen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grant Peterson, and today I'll have the pleasure of awarding this year's 4-H award recipient. This year's recipient has lived in Shelby County their entire life. One of the things they look forward to every summer is the Shelby County Fair. 4-H and the county fair have brought this whole family together for decades. This year's recipient grew up just east of Irwin, Iowa, and attended the Irwin-Kirkman Community School. They joined the Irwin Lassies, a girls-only club, when they were in the 6th grade and completed projects such as baking cookies, sewing, making tank tops, and ecology boxes, which taught members in the community about animals and various environments. When the recipient was able to, they joined the Northeast Sodbusters, a boys-only club at the time. In 8th grade, they raised and showed dairy and beef heifers. This recipient has enjoyed serving her community throughout her life and decided to become a 4-H club leader at the Northeast Sodbusters in 2006. She was the leader for the Northeast Sodbusters for 10 years. This club had approximately 25 members at its largest during her leadership. She and her husband have 3 wonderful children who all started their 4-H journey with the encouragement of their parents. In their discovery year, her oldest son started discovery in 2001, and her youngest daughter graduated high school in 2015. So this year's recipient was a 4-H parent for nearly 15 years. She prides herself in her community service and outreach. Even though she is not a club leader anymore, she will always find ways to help out around her community. Not only do her husband and wonderful children believe that she is very deserving of this award, but her extended 4-H family and community members believe so as well. Shelby County is very proud to announce that the 2023 4-H Hall of Fame winner is Mrs. Shirley McConnell.
I inherited everybody's write-ups. I want to welcome you all to the 154th celebration of the Shelby County Fair. That means this all began in 1869. Is that not just amazing? It's a long time ago. Anyway, so tonight I have the privilege of introducing to you the Queen candidates. First off, we're going to talk to Mallory Mulligan, who was last year's Queen. And she had some fun experiences at the local fair, and I'm also sure at the state fair. Mallory?
Good evening. I want to start off with that being the queen for the 2022 Shelby County Fair was such an unforgettable and amazing experience, and something I will always remember and cherish. From getting to do all the events at the county fair and even meeting other 4-H'ers and watching them be passionate about their projects and just be a part of everything, and even things that I've never seen before at the fair. It's just a really great experience. And then at the state fair, I met a lot of great young women, learned a lot of things. I got to take part in a lot of different workshops and learn how to fashion walk, and the interview skills are something that I will definitely be able to use in my future.
Our first candidate is Jaden Frankie. She attends Tri-Center School. Her activities are cross-country, soccer, track, and she also cheers. But what we're going to talk about tonight is showing dogs.
Yes, I love showing dogs. So I have 2 black labs. They're a blue heeler mix. And their name is Shelby and Shadow. It's kind of ironic that I bring Shelby to the Shelby County Fair. But I love doing that because I get to show what I've been working on all year. We bring them to the dog workouts on Wednesday nights and get them training, and that has really helped them. We've done it for 5 years, almost 6, and they have grown every single year. And then one of my favorite memories of showing dogs is one year showmanship. This one girl didn't know what she was doing because it was her first year. So I gave her a little pep talk, told her all my tips for showmanship, and she ended up doing good for junior and intermediate showmanship. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next candidate is Kaya Ruschenberg. She is the daughter of Joe and Amy. She is represented by the Center of Commerce Club, and she attends Harlan Community High School. She's involved in many, many things, but what she has chosen to talk about tonight is her National Honor Society.
I have been involved in National Honor Society for 1 year. I have learned so much just about helping out around the community and just what it takes to be a good leader and how to show citizenship. Some of the activities we've done are blood drives, which help people around the community. We've also done community service, which helps the older people around the community. We go around and clean up all the sticks that they use and all that stuff so they can get help.
And they do a wonderful job. They cleaned up my yard. So thank you so much. Next we have Delaney Goshorn. She is representing the Shelby Clover kids. She is the daughter of Adam and Katie. She attends AHSTW school, and she is very active in FFA, National Honor Society, basketball, volleyball, track, student council, and on. And she is going to talk about her Iowa degree for FFA, correct?
So every FFA member is required to have an SAE, and mine is the cow-calf production that I bought my heifers with the Shelby County Cattlemen's Scholarship. So I've been keeping records on my heifers since I was a freshman, and I've done lots of things for service projects, and this has allowed me to get my FFA Iowa degree. Only 5% of FFA members in Iowa receive this, and I'm very thankful for my advisor, Mrs. Sellner, and my family for helping me with everything. They're just a really great honor.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Lauren Winger, representing the Northwest Leaders. Her parents are Dan and Laura Winger. She's involved in band and in art shows. She has an interesting hobby, and I didn't know what it was, but it's called ripsticking. But what she's going to talk about is her many part-time jobs. Lauren?
So my first job was a cashier at Main Street Market, and they closed the store, and so now we go around the world, well, not around the world, but around Iowa and many other places. And we're now a catering business, so I help cater and yeah. And then I also go work uptown here at Fairway, so I'm a cashier up there. And then I help around my town and dog sit and cat sit for a lot of my neighbors. And yeah.
I would say you're a very busy young woman. Thank you, Lord. Next, we have Katie Schmitz. And Katie is representing the Jackson Jets. She's the daughter of Jana and Jeff Schmitz. And she is employed at the Shelby Vet Clinic. We had a fun story while we sat and waited. But what she's going to talk about tonight is she is part of the Hanson Performing Horses. Can you share about that?
Yes, so the Hanson Performance Horses is a small group of girls, and we travel around the United States to show our horses. Our ringleader is Cindy Hanson, and she's provided us with multiple opportunities. The most recent is we got to go to the Youth World Show this summer. That is a 10-day show in Oklahoma. The competition down there is very tough. But I did very well, and I got to come back home to Iowa with a world title. So, we're a little family, but we're out there doing some pretty big things.
Thank you so very much. Next, we have Riley Obrecht. She is representing the Harlan FFA, and she is the daughter of Chuck and Renita Obrecht. She attends Harlan High School. She has been in FFA for 5 years, and she is involved with the fashion show and many things in 4-H, but she's going to talk to us tonight about the National Shorthorn Show.
So my family and I travel to the Shorthorn Junior Nationals every year. My grandfather started showing shorthorns in 1920s, and then my father showed shorthorns, and now I am currently showing shorthorns. I have attended the last 11 Junior Nationals, and this year the Junior Nationals was held in Iowa. Luckily, it was only like a 2-hour drive to Des Moines, but it's held all over the world. I've traveled to Wisconsin, Texas, Tennessee, and I've just made a blast and made so many friends from different states. And then it's a week-long event, so we also get to compete in different competitions. I have been involved in Quiz Bowl, livestock judging, and my favorite, showmanship. It was just a week to get together with youth members and share our passion for the shorthorn industry.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Katie Anderson. She is representing the Elkhorn Explorers. She is involved in the Leo Club, and she founded a service project. So Katie, can you tell us about that service project?
Yes, for the past 2 years, I've been putting on a service project that I call Santa's Little Helpers in my community. Basically what it is I've asked community members to donate new or slightly used items to the project, and we set up at the town hall. I set up a little shop basically for kids 5th grade and under to come shopping for presents for their family members. We do craft stations, we have face painters, and we just make a whole night of it. But the coolest thing about it was getting to see the community come together. I've gotten help from the school, the library, community members, businesses have donated, and it's given me a lot of confidence, and I've learned a lot about being a leader.
Thank you so much. All right, now it's time for me to open these envelopes. I want to wish you all good luck, ladies. And I have to figure out how to do this. Our second runner-up is Katie Anderson. Congratulations, Katie. Our first runner-up is... Katie, you didn't get to seal these one up. Our first runner-up is Delaney Goshorn. And the Queen of the Shelby County 154th Fair is Riley Obrecht. Congratulations, ladies. You will have a lot of fun at the fair, and you get to hang around for pictures and all of that. So I thank all of you for coming. You've been a wonderful audience, and maybe I'll see you here next year. Who knows? Thank you so much.